The year is 1997, and under the heat of the July sun, the waves of the Atlantic Ocean lap against an oceanographic trawler, the Ocean Wrestler, currently several hundred miles east from the Bermuda Triangle and alone on the horizon. On the weather deck stand 4 searchers, the sea breeze filling their lungs as they pose for a photo. Behind them, a specially constructed, toughened submersible designed to operate under severe and abnormal conditions, ideal for their purposes. Standing proud in his boots is Greg Blower, the financial backing behind this historic adventure, the sweat congealing on his brow as he suffers the infernal heat. Behind Mr. Blower is Simon Creek, officially Mr. Blower's bodyguard, unofficially the good-for-nothing nephew. Then, the enigmatic Helen Milton with her alert scientific mind, educated in the top colleges in the country. Finally, Professor Caldwell, world-renowned archaeologist, considered to be a fruitcake on the hunt of a lost cause by many in the archaeological community, but in his heart and mind, he knows the many clues and legends he has followed will prove true in the end. The 4 enter and seal the only exit to the submersible. The tension in the air is thick, and as the professor checks the oxygen pressure levels, the winch is started up and the submersible is slowly lowered into the deep, murky Atlantic Ocean. The search for a mystery hidden by the sands of time has begun. This is the search for Atlantis. Atlantis, a myth known around the world as the city which was sunken by an angry god. Many have searched for it and failed. The lost city has hidden itself well from the prying eyes of the world. As the submersible descends fathom after fathom, Helen watches the instruments act quirkily. It started with a twitch here and there, then some unbelievable readings. Looking at his chronometer, the professor smiles to himself. A quick warning about an abnormal magnetic field puts Helen's mind at rest, but agitates Mr. Blower and confuses Simon. It happened so slowly they almost didn't notice. At first it was just a little dim and warm. Then as the sleek yellow submersible continued into the magnetic field, it got brighter and brighter and warmer and warmer. Then Simon noticed a fish, a big fish, a glowing fish. He pointed it out to the professor, who smiled and said it was a prophetic dolphin, reciting a passage written by Christopher Columbus, who spoke of mystic glowing creatures making ethereal noises and guiding them through dangerous waters. It took just a second for the professor to decide the path they should take, and as the dolphin began to swim further into the murkiness, the professor told Helen to use the dolphin as their guide. This drew more than a raised eyebrow from Mr. Blower, who was expecting a well-choreographed scientific mission. He wasn't expecting this. Guiding the submersible through the silence of the seabed, leading them right to the center of the magnetic field, Helen watched the radar as many other curious dolphins began to surround them. Helen smelt the burning electronics of the guidance console and knew they were going to crash. The submersible shook violently as it made contact. Everybody was thrown from their seats onto hard, unforgiving surfaces. In the dim light from outside, Mr. Blower searched for his cigar lighter, constantly muttering insults at the professor. A hull-ripping creak shuddered through the small craft as it finally came to rest. Simon found Mr. Blower in the darkness and helped him to his feet. Meanwhile, the professor was both thanking and praying to the gods. Helen piped up with a status report, her fingers trying the dead controls to no avail. Most of the electrics were gone, and the hull was taking on water. Then the professor suggested she should try the outside lights, as they had their own power supply. There it was, the professor's holy grail and Mr. Blower's unique business opportunity. Atlantis. In London, several days later, and in the middle of a snowstorm, A newspaper editor waits. Kendall, you look exhausted. Have all those football matches you reported on finally got to you?
Not really. It's actually a great job.
I see. Well, you remember a couple of weeks back you said you really wanted to be a serious reporter. Well, now here's your chance. I'm sending you to the Caribbean to find a missing professor. It's a top story, and I know you won't let me down.
Well, did you say the Caribbean?
Yes. It seems Professor Caldwell went there recently, but since then, nobody has heard a thing from him. You may remember that he came into the office a few months back, claiming he was onto the biggest archaeological discovery of this century.
Chief, I'm happy doing the sports reviews here in snowy England. The Caribbean sounds great, but this is a job for a more seasoned reporter. Isn't there somebody else you could send?
Now, Kendall, I think you're underestimating your talents. I've seen something in you which only the best reporters have. I think it's about time you went on a serious report. You're wasted on the sports section. This assignment will hone your skills. All expenses are paid, and you free use of the company's plane to get you wherever you need to go.
You want me to fly in that rust bucket across the Atlantic? Forget it!
It's not so bad. Here, take this rum. Have a quick drink before you take off, and you'll be out like a light. You'll find that you'll hold together once in the air.
Are you sure you can't get anybody else to do this?
I'd go myself, but I'm working on this ancient languages piece for the next issue. It's fun for an old connoisseur like me, but you wouldn't appreciate it.
The Caribbean, I'm beginning to like the sound of sun-swept beaches and...
Bye, Kendall. Go find me that professor.
Bye, slave driver. Oh, I mean, Chief. Half empty, of course. Or as the editor would say, half full. Oh, look! Here are the chocolates we gave him on his birthday.
hard to say which is fatter, the dog or the editor. This time you won't be able to talk me round, however hard you try. I'm wasting my time on him. Way to the outside world, when I'm at the airport. And this would be the infamous lady painter of the Caribbean. I think I expected someone different.
Have you seen a strange-looking English guy around here? Well, he's a scientist and probably came here with a lot of equipment, doing some research.
If I'd have seen such a man, I wouldn't have missed a dinner opportunity. I've seen nobody like that.
Okay, thanks anyway. Excuse me, ma'am, but what are you painting? From here you can only see the fountain, some buildings, and a couple of palm trees.
Don't call me ma'am. Call me Judith. Oh, Aunt Judith. World-renowned psychic painter.
Okay, Aunt Judith. And what is it that you are painting right now?
I'm painting your future. But this is not the time to ask questions. You're a good-looking young man. Don't you have a girlfriend?
You're the psychic one. You tell me.
It doesn't work that way. Why don't you do something for the old legs of Aunt Judith?
Okay, sure. What do you want me to do?
Go and fill up this little pot with clean water. You see, I can't wash my brushes with this dirty one.
Okay, I understand. Well, just give it to me, Aunt Judith, and I'll see that you get some clean water.
Good. Thank you.
Simple door. It isn't very difficult to... An old dirty mug. Old dirty mug. This hammock is very tempting. It looks... This hammock is very... I better not. I can't open it. It seems to be locked from the inside. Knob is missing. Without the knob, it's impossible. A beautiful map of the village. I don't know what to do with it. A beautiful map of the village. It's a real antique. Who knows where he found it? It's a real antique. Who knows where he found it? He doesn't look very friendly.
Excuse me, friend. Is it possible to visit the museum?
Certainly, if you pay for a ticket.
Why did you leave your old wreck right here?
Old wreck! This is a classic Mustang. You just can't find these cars anymore.
So, how much is an entrance ticket?
$2.
What a hodgepodge. What is it supposed to be? I'm wasting time. What a grim face the pirate Mancuson had. If this portrait is a good likeness, he really was scary. Look! Viva the South Wind! That must be his motto. What a hodgepodge. What is it supposed to be? Nothing concerning football. Nothing concerning football. All ancient and decaying artifacts. Judging by the dust and its general condition, I'd say that it's a very ancient book. I've never seen so many ancient It's been very worn and isn't good enough to wash the floors with. Seems to be the professor's handwriting. If I can make out this terrible handwriting, I think it reads, maybe Simon's a fool. But he's strong as a lion. Who is this Simon? With his bare hands, he tore up the headstone from the floor. But the church, and under it was the missing key. I can't read anything else but a rusty passage to an ancient tomb.
Who gave you permission to touch? This is ancient stuff. If everybody touches it, it won't be long before everything is ruined.
I can turn it a little, but nothing happens. Doesn't help to pull it. It's stuck in there tight. I can turn it a little, but nothing. Metal net. It looked... isn't good enough to wash the floor. It's been very worn, and it's got a piece of cloth missing from the one sleeve. Hey, this is the same cloth as the torn jacket I saw in the bungalow. Doesn't help to pull it. Hey, there's a letter tucked inside. Hey, there's a letter an ancient letter. It's signed by the chief of the governor's guard. It seems to be a service report. Let's see what's in there. After 3 days of strict siege, my men managed to penetrate inside the fortress, forcing the barricaded doors. However, inside there was no sign of Mancusan pirates. They vanished again, using means which may resemble sorcery. Interesting. Needle points east. The inscription says, "Here the pirate Mancusan placed his compass as an everlasting memory of his first heroic boarding." A bit of a megalomaniac, this Mancusan. I think this is what is meant by an old sea dog. Hi! You getting some fresh air?
What do you want, son?
Well, I'm interested in the local sites. I'm a tourist.
Well, I'm the man for you. I know everything about the island.
read a strange letter in the museum. It said that the pirates always managed to escape capture. How do you explain this?
Their chief, the famous Mancuson, was the most astute and cunning of all the pirates.
Why the most astute?
There are some very good stories about him and his voyages. The governor, trying to capture the pirates, turned yellow because of the jaundice he got from being angry. They used to call him Don Canary.
But how could Mancuson escape every time?
This is still a mystery. They used to go inside the fortress, which is now used as the museum. And puff, they disappeared. Whoever tried to reveal their secret was always found, hanged by the tongue.
Yuck. He wasn't playing around, old Mancuson. You feel like telling me some of the tales about the pirate Mancuson?
Tales? This is history. Once the pirates ruled these islands.
Interesting.
My brother and I are the last descendants of the ferocious Mancuson. Look, kid, I got the pirate's tattoo on my arm. There are only 2 of us in this world that still have it. Me and my brother, Tobias. Also called Black Sheep. Blast him.
But you don't seem very friendly towards your own brother.
The betrayer stole my life savings and ran away with my map to look for Mancusion's treasure. I saved every penny to go myself in search of the treasure when I retired. But you see, blast it.
Oh, come on, don't think about it. If he finds the treasure, I'm sure he'll send you a check. Show me your tattoo.
Cool, isn't it? Only members of the gang could have this tattoo done. A white dolphin with the secret motto, Viva the South Wind.
What does it mean?
If I tell you, it wouldn't be a secret motto anymore, now would it?
That's true. You seen an English professor with his assistant around here?
You're American, aren't you?
Yes.
These islands are becoming fashionable for you guys lately. Before, nobody came here, but now...
What do you mean?
Not too long ago, a strange guy came here. English for sure, and he was looking for something. He was asking a lot of questions. He was looking for trouble, and he found it.
Such as? What trouble? What else do you know?
I know that you ask too many questions for a tourist. Take a hike. I'm busy.
Please, just tell me where he went. It's very important.
Look, here's what's left of your curious friend, the professor. He lost it while I was taking him and his assistant to an oceanographic ship off the coast. I've no use for it. Keep it if you want.
This stuff really stains.
Hey, what's happening? Oh no! My precious little car! Damned hooligans! My poor little thing! Don't worry, Daddy will clean you!
Excellent. Now the pointer has moved from east to south. Interesting. Let's read it. We are in an unknown and mysterious sea. The compass turns on its own and, in the night, the crew gave the alarm after seeing strange shining fish around the Santa Maria. Our position on the charts, 30 degrees latitude and 70 degrees longitude. I'm sure the professor also read those notes, but why leave them here? Can't open it. The locks are completely rusted. These are the trunks they used on the old sailing ships. I've no need for these smelly things. Pile of moldy rags that smell really bad. Pile of mold... It's a cabin trunk from a ship. I didn't know gum trees were on the island. I won't get anything done. It's impossible to hold it with my bare hands. I need something to put it in.
What a strange logic the Mexicans had. Put a square hole in the... I'm wasting time. This should work if all goes well. It's empty. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting time. This should work if all goes... Probably better not to disturb him. I think this is what is meant by an old sea dog.
I'm no sailor. I don't even know which side is port or starboard.
Interesting. Let's read it. We are in an unknown and mysterious sea. The compass turns on its own and, in the night, the crew gave the alarm after seeing strange shining fish around the Santa Maria. Our position on the charts, 30 degrees latitude and 70 degrees longitude. I'm sure the professor also read those notes, but why leave them here?
Chief, how much will you charge to take me? Look, I've got a map.
Nothing.
Wonderful. Let's go right now.
You didn't understand, son. Nothing, because I won't take you there.
But your sign says boat tours.
If I go out, I want to come back. I took those other guys too, and I'm not going back. You must be mad to want to go there. I still have some years to enjoy in this life.
The professor and his assistant? You've got to tell me what happened to them.
Stubborn like you. They went out there, and there they disappeared, swallowed by the sea. Good for them. You want the same end? Have a nice trip. I'll stay home.
Listen, Chief, I've got to go there. I've got money, all the money you want.
It's simple. I'm not going there. There's stuff you can't buy with money.
With what then?
There's only one way to go there.
How?
With old tweezers. With old tweezers, you can sail through a hurricane.
Tweezers? Who's that?
Tweezers is not a guy. Tweezers is my good luck white crab. I lost him. Without tweezers, I won't do anything.
Listen, Chief, if I find your tweezers, you will take me there, all right?
You'll never find tweezers. If tweezers hasn't come back yet, it means that he's dead. Or he's been kidnapped. I told you once and I'll tell you again. Without tweezers, I don't go anywhere. I'm going to just sit here and ponder life.
Get ready to leave. I'll see you in an hour with tweezers.
Wait, let me give you this. It's his favorite food. Poor little thing, he must be starving.
Now it's full of resin. delicacy. For crabs, it smells all fishy. That's not helping me at all. The crab is still in there. This stuff is very... This must be left here. Sooner or later, a crab will... This rock looks... I don't think I can do that. A crab... I won't get anything done in this way. What a delicacy! I feel like eating it too. This must be left here. Yes! I've got you now. Hi, Judith. It's me again. Can you tell me if there's an area with a lot of crabs on this island?
Try over there near the bungalow. There's a little isolated beach.
I heard that once there was a pirate called Mancuson sailing from here. Do you know anything about him?
Oh, they're old tavern stories. You don't believe that stupid stuff, do you?
But what about all the evidence in the Castle Museum?
It's probably all fabricated as a tourist attraction. I don't believe in any of it.
Now it's full of clean water. Here's your pot of clean water.
Thanks, kid. If you ever need your auntie, you can count on her.
I'm glad this isn't trying to pinch me. It's gone all quiet.
Hi, Aunt Judith. Here I am again. Can you do something for me? You see this crab? Could you paint it white?
Ain't it white? Oh, sure. What I really need is a little drop of rum.
At your age, Aunt Judith, you really shouldn't drink.
Tut, tut, tut. You don't want to challenge old Aunt Judith as far as rum is concerned. Listen, dear. I've been raised on rum, and with rum they'll bless me at my funeral. Give me the bottle, and I'll paint that crab paisley if you want. Ah, just what I needed. Give it to me. I've painted on canvas, bricks, and even on people before, but never a crab. Here we go, brand new. Leave me now. I've just had a flash of inspiration.
I have no rum left, but I've got a new and improved tweezers. Let's go. I think this is what is meant by an old sea dog. I think this is what is...
Here's Tweezers the Second.
Here I am again, and this time I'm not alone.
Oh, Tweezers, my friend! Where have you been? What are you waiting for, kid? Quick, let's go!
Professor got here in this thing, but now it's flooded. I think it's completely wasted. Professor got here in this thing, but Professor got here... Curious to see what's on the other side. Something tells me this thing can open the portal. Some kind of icon, too. There is a small slot here. Could this be for some kind of key? Magnet. It's... Everything's wrong. Let's try something else. I'm curious to see what's on... Can't push it open. Says, attention. This appears to be the black box. I'll take it with me. I'm sure the editor will know how to... If I pull on this rope, the sailor will throw me... This time you won't be able to talk me round, however hard you try.
Hey, Chief, did I promise you results or what?
Good job, Kendall. Did you find the professor?
Well, not quite, but I've got something here that might tell us what became of him.
A black box? Hang on a second. I have just the thing for this. I think this jack here will fit into, yes. Here we go. We're in front of the biggest archaeological discovery of this century. Quick, Helen, let's get on the diving gear and go open that entrance door.
But Professor, how?
With this little thing, dear Helen.
A colored rock?
This isn't a rock, but a key conceived by a technology superior to ours.
Hey, Professor, ain't that the thing we found underneath that pile of bricks?
That was no pile of bricks, Simon, but the remains of the deconsecrated Church of St. Theodore in the English county of Avon. Thanks to many years of patient research, I managed to find that abandoned church and a secret that was for centuries hidden behind those sacred walls. Yeah. And now you're wasting time telling us how you did it. Come on, let's go. The sub has been damaged by the crash and it's starting to take on water. This time I agree, Blower. Everybody ready? Come on, let's get out of here. Interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting? I risked my life diving the depths of the ocean to get that, and all you say is interesting?
Tell me, Kendall, what else did you find there?
Not a lot. An abandoned sub and a gigantic stone portal in the rock.
Come on, Kendall, don't you understand yet? You need to do an inspection of that church mentioned by the professor. Maybe you'll find other clues there to help us find out what's behind this disappearance.
Don't tell me I've got to leave again.
Straight away. I'd really like to go in your place, Kendall, but see, I have to work on this piece about dead languages. Great fun for a connoisseur, but you...
Don't tell me. I wouldn't appreciate it. Okay, I'm out of here.
What a wonderful window. It's a pity the church is derelict. Its beauty is wasted. It's a big, strong door. You can't open it. It seems to be locked from the inside. It's a big, strong... Looks as if this cow is enjoying life to the max. Don't really know what I can do here. This door has rusted itself shut. It's impossible to open. Neatly gathered from the surrounding fields. Neatly gathered from the surrounding field. Neatly gathered from... The vegetation around here is very rich. An old-fashioned haystack. An old well. It looks as if there's still water down there. An old wooden bucket. There's a hole in the bottom.